Hey, quick question for you. Have you ever felt like fluent English is something that only happens for other people? People who live abroad, people who grew up around native speakers, people who just got lucky? What if I told you that's completely wrong, and by the end of this episode, you'll know exactly why? Stick around because today's episode might genuinely change the way you practice English forever. And hey, before we dive in, if you're serious about improving your English one episode at a time, do yourself a favor and hit that subscribe button. It genuinely helps more than you'd think. All right, let's get into it. I'm going to talk slowly and clearly today, so you can follow along and repeat after me whenever you want. This episode is all about one simple but incredibly powerful idea: how to practice English every single day, no matter how busy your life is, no matter how shy you feel, and even if you've never set foot in an English-speaking country. Here's the truth. A lot of people believe they need to move to London or New York to really speak English well. They think they need a native speaker sitting next to them every day or hours and hours of study every night. None of that is true. What you actually need are small, smart steps. Steps you can repeat. Steps that fit naturally into your everyday routine. Steps that make you feel more comfortable, more natural, and yes, more confident when you open your mouth to speak. So let's start with a simple question. What exactly is shadowing? You might have heard this word before, or maybe it's completely new to you. Shadowing is one of the most effective techniques out there for improving your speaking and listening at the same time. And honestly, it's so simple. Here's how it works. You listen to someone speaking English like me right now, and you try to repeat exactly what they say. No stopping, no translating in your head, no reaching for a dictionary. You just copy the sound, almost like an echo, matching the speed, the tone, and the rhythm of the speaker. Let's actually try this together. I'll say a sentence and you repeat it right after me. I want to speak English fluently. Now you try. I listen to English every day. Now you try. Shadowing helps me speak better. Now you try. Nice work. That's exactly it. That's shadowing. At the beginning, it might feel a little odd and you might not catch every single word, and that's completely fine. Shadowing isn't really about understanding everything. It's about training your brain and your mouth to work together in English. It gets you used to how English actually sounds, how it flows, how it feels when it comes out of your mouth. Even just 5 minutes a day of this can lead to real results. You'll start speaking faster, clearer, and more naturally than before. By the way, if this episode is helping you even a little bit so far, tap that subscribe button now. It costs nothing and it means a lot. Now let's get to the big question. How do you actually practice English every single day? So many students tell me the same thing. Tom, I want to learn, but I just don't have time. I'm always busy. I get nervous when I try to speak. I don't even know where to start. And my answer is always the same. You don't need a lot of time. You don't need perfect grammar. And you definitely don't need to wait for the perfect moment. You just need to begin. So, let me give you 5 simple, powerful ways to bring English into your daily life wherever you happen to be. Tip number 1, listen to English every single day. This is probably the most important habit you can build. If you want to speak better, you have to listen more, not once a week, not just in class, every day. Listening teaches you new words, it trains your ear to catch the real rhythm of the language, and it helps you understand how people actually talk, not just the polished version from textbooks. How do you do this? Podcasts like this one work great. English music works too. YouTube videos, short stories, news made for learners, all of it counts. You don't need to understand everything, just let the sounds wash over you. Even understanding 30 or 50% is useful. Listen while you walk, while you clean the house, while you cook dinner, while you're at the gym, or even while you're relaxing on the couch. Just 10 to 15 minutes a day can make a real difference. Basically, turn English into your background music. Tip number 2, shadow what you hear. Once you're listening regularly, the next step is to actually use your voice. Listening alone is great, but speaking is what really builds strength. After you hear a sentence, repeat it out loud, copy the voice, match the rhythm. For example, I want to get better at English, now repeat it. I don't understand everything, but I keep going, repeat it. I'm improving little by little, repeat it. Do this every day and you'll notice your speaking getting smoother, your pronunciation getting clearer, and your confidence growing. And remember, it doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be consistent. Quick reminder, if you're enjoying this, go ahead and subscribe. Future you will thank you when your English actually improves. Tip number 3, think in English, one thought at a time. This might be one of the biggest shifts you can make. Start thinking directly in English instead of translating from your native language, because translating takes time and it slows everything down. Begin with short, simple thoughts. When you wake up, it's morning. I'm still sleepy. I need coffee. When you step outside, the sky is blue, the air feels cold, I see a dog walking by. During your day, I'm working, I'm a bit tired, I want to go home. These are tiny thoughts, but they train your brain to connect straight to English. No translation, no delay. Later on, try whispering these thoughts out loud. It becomes like a quiet daily conversation with yourself in English. Tip number 4, read out loud and train your speaking muscles. Reading silently is fine, but reading out loud is even better because it gets your mouth, your tongue, and your brain all working together at once. Pick something short and simple, a children's book, a beginner-level story, even a dialogue from a video or podcast. Read it slowly and clearly the first time, then a little faster the second time, then again with more expression like you're an actor performing a scene. This builds your pronunciation, your fluency, and your confidence. It's basically a gym workout, but for your speaking muscles. Tip number 5, use English in your daily life. Here's something really important. If you want to speak English well, don't just study it, live with it. What does that actually mean? It means English shouldn't only exist for 30 minutes on a Monday night or only inside a classroom or a textbook. It should become part of your everyday life, just like your morning coffee or your favorite app. The more you see it, hear it, and use it, the more natural it becomes. Let me give you a few easy ways to do this even with a busy schedule. First, switch your phone's language to English. Think about how often you check your phone, maybe 50 times a day, maybe more. Why not turn that time into learning time? Once your phone is in English, you'll start seeing words like settings, airplane mode, brightness, update, available, or delete over and over. You don't need to study them. You just absorb them naturally over time. That's passive learning, and it works. Second, write a short diary in English every day. You don't need long essays, just 3 simple sentences about your day. Something like, today I went to work. I was really tired. I drank 2 cups of coffee, or it rained this morning, I stayed home, I watched an English video. This builds simple sentence structure using vocabulary from your actual life. Just 5 minutes a night can add up to real progress, and you can even write to a friend who's also learning and swap messages back and forth. All right, before we move on, if this episode is actually useful to you, this is a perfect moment to hit subscribe. It really does help the show grow. Third, record a 1-minute voice message every day. This is honestly one of my favorite tips. At the end of your day, open your phone and just talk for 1 minute about your day, your plans, your feelings, or something new you learned. For example, today was busy, I had a meeting in the morning, I made lunch for my family, in the evening I watched a short English video. Mistakes are totally fine here, nobody else needs to hear it, it's just for you. When you play it back, you'll notice your pronunciation, your grammar, and your common mistakes, and you can work on fixing them. This builds confidence, fluency, and real self-awareness. Fourth, join an English-speaking group online. You don't have to wait for a classroom to practice, there are learners everywhere online. Join a WhatsApp group, a Telegram channel, or try apps and communities built for language exchange. Send short messages, share voice notes, ask questions, answer others. Even just reading what other learners write helps. It turns English into something alive, a way to connect, not just a school subject. Fifth, watch short videos and repeat the sentences. Social media is full of short, simple English clips about travel, food, daily life, comedy, anything you enjoy. Watch the same clip 2 or 3 times, then pause and repeat what you hear, copying the voice, the tone, the speed. Even a 20-second clip can teach you a lot, and it's a genuinely fun way to absorb how English is really spoken. So here's the thing, bringing English into your daily life isn't difficult, and it doesn't take a huge amount of time, and you definitely don't need a teacher standing over your shoulder. The real secret is turning small daily actions into English practice. Instead of saying good morning in your native language, say it in English. Instead of writing your to-do list in your mother tongue, try writing it in English. Instead of watching 5 minutes of TV in your own language, watch 5 minutes in English. These tiny actions build strong habits, and strong habits build confident English speakers. So remember this: let English become part of your life. Let it live in your phone, your journal, your thoughts, and your voice. Let it become part of who you are, not just something you study once in a while. When you do that, English stops feeling like homework, and that's exactly when real fluency begins. And hey, if you made it this far, that tells me you're actually serious about this, so do one more thing before you go: hit subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. See you next time.